Hello, everyone, and a very happy Thursday to you all. You know what goes down here on the YouTube channel every single Thursday. Puzzle time, in particular, one of my movie Cryptoquotes, and the competition is fierce, and I'm especially excited to announce this winner right now because this individual is officially the closest to getting 4 correct Cryptoquote answers and winning a prize of some sort. That winner is Ian Wilder. Ian, I believed in you, and I still do believe in you. Let's do it. Get the number 4 and get a prize. I bet you could pull it off. The winning answer last week was, for all I know, it could circle around and get us all again, but I am the safest effer in the world because you're still next. That was said by Carter at the very end of the very first Final Destination movie. You guys know at this point how much I love this franchise. I will take any excuse I can get to talk about it. And right now, I'm going to give you my top 5 deaths of Final Destination, the entire franchise, 1 through 5. I want to put this out there before I even get into this. I don't really like the 4th movie, but I'll never turn it off if it's on. But I really do like 1, 2, 3, and 5, and even though a death scene might not be on this list, I probably still really like it, but I gotta begin with my 5th pick here, and it's the man with hooks kill scene from Final Destination 2, and I know this one might fall in the hokier category just because I don't know, why was there a man with hooks in the elevator and all of that? But for whatever reason, this one's always really stuck with me ever since I first saw that movie. There is something about the build between what just happened to Tim, Nora carrying that grief with her, the repetition of man with hooks, and then to see how slow that whole thing plays out and just how vicious it is. So that right there is my 5th favorite kill of the entire franchise. Moving on to one of the most iconic of the bunch, my number 4 pick is the tanning bed scene. I was never a big tanner when I was growing up, but in high school I did visit a tanning salon a couple of times. Probably I could count on one hand, maybe 2, but after seeing that movie, that was the end of it. Even if I really wanted to go and sit in a tanning bed for whatever reason, I would never do it again. That scene is so nasty, and just, when the camera goes inside as it's happening to them, really freaks me out. That right there, I think, is Final Destination at its best. And the same is true of my number 3 pick. I'm going with Miss Luton's death. I just love how this one plays out. It really does have an inch by inch, almost like a slasher movie kill vibe, but with no slasher. And I would actually say that's kind of the truth of this entire series, with death itself being the slasher, but just the way each beat of this sequence plays out, the suspense just builds more and more and more and more, and it's so highly creative. And then especially where it ends up in the end and what it means for the Final Destination story overall, I just think it's so well executed. Now I'm going to go to my last 2, and these are 2 pretty big ones. It almost feels like I'm cheating going with an opening sequence to a movie, but I have to in these 2 cases because these are just really well done set pieces. And number 2 for me is going to be the freeway accident from Final Destination 2. I think what sets some Final Destination kills, many of them actually, apart from some others is when one of them makes you do something different in your daily life, or when you see something like perhaps a truck with logs on it, and all you could think of is what happens in this movie. And that is most certainly the case, I know, for me, and many of you out there have expressed the same sentiment to me about what happens when you're driving on a freeway and see a truck with logs on it. So this one has to be up there, but just in general, I think the Final Destination franchise usually does always impress me with their opening sequence, just because there are so many moving parts to those. And, especially with this one and the last one that I'm going to reference, when you could vividly remember every single stage of it, that is just a different level of success because, again, a lot of moving parts, a lot of characters involved, characters that you do not know at the time. And when you can't get those visuals out of your head, it means they did something right. And it's also vital to the nature of a Final Destination movie because those are the characters you're following throughout. So that opening sequence is hands down one of the best, but it can't top where it all began. My number one kill sequence in Final Destination has to be the plane crash. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you how many times I've sat there and wondered, what if I happened to book a flight and the only flight I could book was 180? Would I actually get on the plane? And the truth of the matter is I would. But again, it's the one that started it all. And you know how much I love this franchise so much. And really just to see everything play out on the plane, again, where you could track what happens to each and every single character and also the build that happens before. Because that's another thing that I really appreciate about the Final Destination franchise overall is how creative it is with building suspense by planting those seeds. And it most certainly happens with this opening for the first movie, but it also winds up circling back. And I don't just mean with who gets off the plane and Death circling back to get them all one by one. When Alex is mapping it out where all the seats are, the fact that you could immediately recall every single thing that happened in that opening sequence, again, means it's super well done. You guys know, I love this franchise so much. I will watch it over and over and over again, particularly Final Destination 1 and 2. I really do think that 1, 2, 3, and 5 are all highly enjoyable. I would probably go 2 being my favorite, then I go 1, then I think I might go 3 after that and then 5, but it's very close between the two of them. And actually, I should bring back, and this is a major spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen Final Destination 5 yet, but I should bring back Final Destination 5 for that opening plane crash scene because I think what that movie does at the end of it, it was such a fantastic surprise for this die-hard franchise fan, and I thought that was so exceptionally well written. I didn't see it coming, and it made a ton of sense. So I applaud that all day. But at the bottom of my list, of course, it's the Final Destination. I just don't think that the whole concept was used to its fullest. And I'll just never get over the fact that they prioritized creating kill scenes for 3D and really those transitions too, and not just making a movie for story. That makes no sense to me whatsoever, even though at the time maybe some were thinking 3D would be a craze, but I don't know, that's kind of unforgivable. But again, I will admit, whenever that movie is on, maybe I watch it through to its big finish. So there you guys go. Those are my feelings on the Final Destination franchise overall and my 5 favorite death scenes. So that sounds weird to say, but you know, it is what it is with this franchise. Now, it's time for another puzzle. Let's do it. You can see it up on the screen right now. And again, the rules are, if you are playing and if you are the first person to solve this Cryptoquote 4 times, does not have to be in a row, just 4 times in general, you hit me up in that comment section below. Let me know because I am going to send you a prize. So Ian, good luck, and to everybody else out there competing, let's see if you can stop them. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to like and share. Spread the love for movie Cryptoquotes. I have fun with them. I hope you do too. I will see you next Thursday with a brand new one.